Hello guys, welcome to the Human and the Machine Crypto channel. Today we have a very strange kind of episode.
Is it strange?
I think so.
Well, look, NFTs can be fun to look at, but what if you can interact with them?
Okay, let's find out, buddy.
Dream Engine, guys.
Stay tuned. Today we are reviewing a very interesting project called
Dream Engine.
Dream Engine. That's an interesting name. I like that. And with us is DCsan. How are you doing, DCsan?
Doing great. Greetings from San Francisco today.
Hey, nice to see you. Nice to have you in the program, man. And Remo, how are you doing?
Hey. Good, thanks. How you doing? Yeah. Greetings from Australia today.
Oh, you're in Australia. Okay, interesting. Wonderful.
At the moment, yeah.
Cool. Okay, guys. So, DCsan, could you tell us about yourself first, your experience, and briefly how you got into this project?
Sure, yeah. I've got a long time background as a game designer and developer. Developed games for all kinds of different platforms. For the last few years, I've been working on chatbots, kind of conversation games, artificial intelligence, NLP stuff. And then for the last, I guess, year and a half, I've been working pretty much on a whole bunch of different NFT-related projects, mainly on the intersection of like NFTs and community, so like interactive NFTs, that kind of thing. So yeah, just a brief intro there.
Okay, and Remo, tell us about you.
I've been an artist for about 25 years, and I've always been interested in the cross-section of art and technology, starting out in the 90s with, early Amiga 2600s and the first Photoshop and After Effects, etc. And then slowly using them in my works. I also work in advertising, and I create films as well. So creating art, films and advertising, I accumulate all these together, and often what occurs is something that's unusual or different, and often it crosses over with current technologies. In the past, I've created stuff like the first graffiti QR code, which was in Bristol in 2007. I've worked with Stellark, who was the first guy to create a third arm, and also use his liposuction as a art installation, and I sort of collaborated with him on some of those. And then later on in Japan, worked on graphic novels and e-graphic novels. Then some iPad apps, including for the band Devo. Created some of the first iPad apps that came out for iTunes, and that kind of led into music videos with Donna Summer, lots of animation, lots of moving parts, and Gwen Stefani, and a whole lot of other Kiss and Devo, and that sort of come 2017, NFTs appeared, and I didn't see it much different to what I was doing already with iPad apps and technology and art, bridging the gaps between each other. So yeah, I pretty much started out as a graffiti artist in the 80s and 90s, and I still use that DIY sensibilities in my work today.
I feel like I'm the biggest underachiever in the world. Like, guys, when I talk to people like you, I'm always amazed at how, you are like intersection. You talk both, you said the same word, right? You're intersecting between technology and arts and games and all things creative. How do you do it? Because, like, I grew up, and what I've seen mostly in life is that people are either technical or artistic kind of thing. How do you guys can do that together?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I went to art college. I studied fine art, and then I turned into a computer programmer. And I guess game design is kind of in the middle. It's like a combination of, behaviors. But I think a lot of it has to do with being quite empathetic, at least with game design, being able to understand what other people might think or feel at a time in the future, and trying to create some kind of an experience that will, engage and interest people. At least that's what you're doing with game design. And every time there's like one of these new technologies, one of these new platforms comes along, it just is so exciting to get involved. It's like a whole different palette of techniques that you can work with. And so I've done that a number of times in my kind of life, everything from starting off with, typewriters and photocopiers, giving my age away, and color photocopiers, through to, obviously programming little bits of code that live in this decentralized computer in little globs all over the planet. So that is, when you come to something new, you have to understand what's unique about it. And that's what I guess is interesting as a creator, is doing stuff that you don't quite know if it's possible, and you kind of discover it as you're working on it. So yeah, it's a combination of like a design way of thinking and a creative way of thinking and a very, very analytical engineering way of thinking to build these kind of things.
Guys, for the latest news and updates,
Be sure to follow our social media, including Twitter, Facebook, Telegram groups, and TikTok.
there you go. Follow us.
Links down below.